Okay, so I have another super fascinating testimony about how quick Yahweh can deliver people without even like paying attention to what's happening.
Yeah.
Or realizing what's happening until it's all over and done. So I was in India and I was in this church, and it was just this like spectacular event. Like the whole day was just amazing. But so I got done preaching and I come off the stage and I'm praying for people. And most of the people had gone, and this man comes up to me and to have hands laid on him and pray for him. And there was nobody around to translate, so I had no idea what he wanted. And he's quite a bit taller than me. And so I'm looking at him, and Ruach Hakodesh tells me it's his knee. And so, which is kind of funny that it's another knee story, right?
Yeah.
So Ruach Hakodesh tells me it's his knee, so I'm like, okay, fine. So I bend down and I put my hand on the front of his knee to command it to be healed. I don't remember what I said, exactly what I said, but then I stood up and I made a motion to him to check out his knee, to bend his knee, to see if that resolved the problem. And you could tell it did not resolve the problem because he was wincing in pain. And I'm like, that's interesting. And because I expected the pain to disappear immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, this like happened in a few seconds. It wasn't like, when you have conversations in your head with Ruach HaKodesh, it's really quick.
Yeah, yep.
The information is being translated very, very quickly. So I thought, that's interesting. Why didn't it leave? Mm-hmm. And then Ruach HaKodesh says, the back of his knee. And I was like, oh, okay. So for his sake, I needed to put my hand on the back of his knee because that's where the problem was. So I reached down again and I put my hand on the back of his knee. And it was like he had like this tumor on the back of his knee.
Wow.
It was like this huge ball. Like
Huge demon ball.
Yeah. It was totally a huge demon ball. And it had to have at least been the size of a softball. Baseball, softball kind of size, because it filled my hand. And so I reached down and I put my hand around behind his knee and just set my hand there. I didn't squeeze anything, and I'm a very gentle person because I do not want to cause pain in people while you're trying to kick out a demon.
Yeah.
And so I put my hand back there, and all I said was dissolve. And I don't remember what I said the first time when I put my hand on the front of the knee, but I totally remembered the second thing because all I said was one word.
Yep.
And I was actually annoyed that this demon hadn't left when I told it to go the first time.
Yeah.
And so I put my hand on the back of his knee and I said, dissolve, and it vanished instantaneously. It was like it just shrunk right into his body. And I was like, wow, that was so cool. Did that happen in my vision or did that like really happen?
Uh-huh.
Like it happened so quick. I kind of like wondered if I was like seeing things,
Okay, like you were getting a vision of what was going to happen.
Exactly, because sometimes, when you're ministering to people, you see something in your vision that doesn't play out in the natural right away.
Yeah, yep.
And so I wasn't 100% sure because of the way it happened. And so I went to stand up, and at the same time I went to stand up, he went to bend down to kiss my feet that he got healed. And because it's tradition in Hindu culture to worship at the feet of the person who gives you something that you needed.
Oh, okay.
And it's not part of Christian culture, but it's part of Hindu culture, right?
Yeah.
And so he started to bend down to kiss my feet at the same time I was standing up. And he actually clocked me on the back of the head with his chin. And I realized in that moment when he hit me, I realized that it was real, that he had actually felt it go, that it wasn't just something in my vision. He'd felt it go because he was trying to give homage to me, right?
Yep.
And so it was this perfect opportunity for me to take his hands and raise him up to the sky and be like, no, praise Jesus, right? Because I didn't yet know that the name was Yeshua or even Yehoshua.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, praise Jesus, with this guy's arms. Like, I'm like hanging onto his forearm, right? lifting his arms up, screaming, praise Jesus. And he starts jumping, and just like you were jumping, he starts jumping, and then he runs out of the room. And he just like took off running.
That is awesome.
He didn't even have time to explain to anybody what happened. He just ran out of the room. I was like, well, there we go. We know that he totally got what he came for because he just left.
Yes.
It was spectacular. So it was a way to teach him to give his homage, his respect to Yahweh and not to the person.
Yeah.
At the same time, in such a gentle way, without having to chide him or correct him. And at the same time being able to praise Yahweh for what was being done, for the restoration of his body, for kicking out this demon.
Yeah.
And when something disappears that quick, it's nothing but a demon.
Oh, yeah.
Because
exactly.
it didn't take that body time to heal and be restored and the skin to grow back or anything like that. It was an instantaneous change in his body. That has to be a demon.
Yep. Absolutely.
It can't be anything else. Because if you believe that there's like natural things that are happening, then it would have taken time for this tumor to dissolve.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It happened instantaneously.
Yep. That shows you what the tumors really are.
It does. It shows you what's actually behind these things. We give them names and we think that they're certain things because of the way science or the medical industry has taught us. But the truth of the matter is there's demons that are operating in our world and they're trying to make you believe something that is not true.
That is absolutely true. Yep.
Yep. So take your authority and command those demons out. And don't spend time thinking about it. Just get rid of them.
Yep.